Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I am back with another video, and as you guys can see from my planner, we are in October, so that means that this video is going to be all about my monthly budget for the month of October. I am really excited because I've added a couple of things to my budget this month in particular, as well as decreased some of the amounts in my cash envelopes for various reasons that I will talk about. So let's go ahead and get started. As you guys know, I do use the Erin Condren Deluxe monthly planner. This is how my cover looks, very me as you guys can see. And in the front it just says budget planner from 2019 through 2020 because I do like to switch these out every single time the new Erin Condren planners come out. I do have a whole video on my budget planner setup, so if you guys would like to check that out, I will go ahead and leave it up in the cards, as well as I'll link it down below. But I usually like to make my budget spread on the page following the monthly view, so not this one, this is for my variable income, but the right side, just because it's easier for me to write here and I don't have to worry about the coil on this side. I don't know, it's just something that's been working for me, and I've just always done it on this page. So of course, for my monthly budgets, I'm going to be using my stickers. These are stickers that I sell in my Etsy sticker shop. I do sell budgeting kits as well as different financial trackers for like spending, debt, sinking funds, all of that, and I use these every single month in my planner, so you guys sort of get to see how they look before you purchase any of them. So I did pick, of course, for this month, my leopard print. I do have another print full of fall leaves, but as you guys know from the time that I released this print, leopard is my all-time favorite animal print, so I wanted to go ahead and use this, and this is the corresponding budget kit to it, as you guys can see from the pattern square box. I am using the budget kit that separates your variable and fixed expenses, but I also do offer these as both of your expenses together as bills and expenses, so that is what I'm going to use. So let me go ahead and just get started. I'm going to put my washi up here, and guys, I am so excited for October. I honestly can't not believe that October is here already. We are getting fairly close to the end of the year, and soon it will be Christmas time, which I'm so super excited about. Put my script there. So let's see, let me put my income header. Now, as you guys know, I did quit my part-time job about a month ago, and this is my second month going on solely my Etsy sticker shop business income. So that is my main source of income as of now. Let me go ahead and put that in there, and the way that I note that is I just put Romina Rosa, which is my shop name. Now I do want to go ahead and mention this because I did say that I was possibly going to end up showing my income eventually, but as of now I don't think that's going to be possible. I just have gotten a lot of feedback from different people and a lot of just advice that maybe it's not the best idea to show off my income. I know that once you start showing off a lot of private things like that, people tend to have a lot to say about the way that you spend your money. And honestly guys, I show you guys my budget just so you guys can get inspiration and maybe even pump you up to budget your own money. And honestly, I want to keep it that way. I've been budgeting without disclosing my income for over a year now, and it has been working great for me, and I just feel like if it's not broken, don't fix it. So that is sort of my take on that. I don't think I will be showing you guys my income. I know I mentioned that I possibly would, but with things just varying and me not having a steady income, because as you guys know, my Etsy shop could vary month to month per sales that I make, I just don't think it's a smart idea for me to show you guys just yet. Of course, if I had like a stable income job that I know exactly how much I'm getting every single month, then maybe then I would show you guys, but it just really varies. And at this point in my life, I just don't see me showing you guys my income anytime soon, and I hope you guys understand. I know a lot of you guys are very supportive about that, and you guys truly do understand where I'm coming from, so just wanted to go ahead and mention that. Aside from Romina Rosa, I also do have my variable income, which this includes YouTube. I do get income, as you guys know, from you guys watching the ads in this video, as well as I do get income from Share Sale, which is a commission site. I am starting a Patreon this month. It should be, I think, up within this week. So if it's already up by the time that I get this video up, I will go ahead and link it down below, and if not, I will eventually just put it up when it is. So make sure you keep coming back to this video, or I'll probably put it in one of my other videos. But if you guys don't know what Patreon is, it's basically a subscription based website where you guys get an insight on exclusive content from me. So the exclusive content that I am planning on giving you guys would be more budgeting tips, lives, behind the scenes on my business, and things like that. So that is coming very, very soon. So those are my two sources of income. So now let me go ahead and put down my totals, little header. I really, really love October, and I feel like with this kid, we are definitely dipping all in into fall. I can't believe that the time is going by so fast. Summer's over and it's fall time, guys, and soon it will be Christmas time. I'm so excited. Okay, next I'm going to start with my variable expenses. So my variable expenses would be anything that vary, which tend to be things like my cash envelopes, because I, let's say, could potentially spend less than I'm budgeting for, as well as things like electricity bill, my phone bill, gifts, and things like that, just because those are the bills that tend to vary and are not a fixed amount or a set amount like my fixed expenses. So the first ones I like to put in here are my cash envelopes. So the first one is groceries. Now for groceries, I am not changing the budget. I'm pretty much going to budget the same amount that I budgeted last month, and that was $150. Next, I have eating out. For my eating out cash envelope, that one's going to stay the same as well at $100. Next, I have my gas for my car. And for this, I am budgeting $80. I did budget $80 last month, and honestly, ever since I started working from home, that has been enough. There's been times in the past where I spent up to, I believe, like $130, $140 on gas, but ever since I changed to my new car and I haven't had to drive as much as I would drive before, like to work and things like that, $80 has been working out for me, which is, I think, so crazy to me, but it makes me happy that, let's say, I can decrease this to increase things like my sinking funds, which are like little separate savings. Next cash envelope is my allowance cash envelope. And for allowance, I am doing the same exact thing as last month, which was $100. And then last but not least, we have my beauty cash envelope. Now for beauty, if you guys don't know, I do dye my hair red, so that includes hair dye as well as my nails. I've been getting my nails done every single month, and recently my nails have actually been costing a little bit more than what I've paid in the past. And guys, I've actually lowered this amount because after breaking this nail and after being sick, I came to the conclusion that I am going to stop getting my nails done. I know guys. I know that I've said in the past how getting my nails done is some sort of self-care for me, but I do definitely think that my nails need a break from acrylic nails. So that is, I think, a big self-care move for me, as well as I want to lower the amount because I am going to be spending money on other things this month that I don't usually spend for. So I did want to go ahead and lower things like this, at least for this month. And I think with the month of my nails being free from actual acrylic nails and all of that, it would be a good amount of time to maybe get them done next month. So I'm lowering my beauty cash envelope from $150 to $95. The reason I'm still putting $95 is because I still have to think about hair dye for twice in the month of October, as well as I might just end up buying press-on nails for the time being as my nails are getting healthy. So $55 less is pretty good to me. Next, I have my electricity bill, which I have not talked about this, but a lot of you guys actually asked me why it is that I don't have rent anywhere in my budget. And the reason why I don't have rent is because I am 23 years old and I do live with my parents. I have not moved out and my parents don't necessarily ask me to pay for rent yet. The only thing that they do ask me to do is to contribute with things like babysitting my little brother, picking him up from class, dropping him off at school, and paying smaller bills like the electricity bill. So that is what I am in charge of paying. I also do give a little bit of my grocery money to my mom, and that is sort of how I contribute in my household. So that is the reason why you guys don't see rent there. I know, shocking, but yeah, I live with my parents and it's been working out pretty great for me. Obviously, in the future I do want to move out, but I just don't see it possible yet, and I feel good just being at home and being able to help out my parents with some bills too. So for electricity, I am budgeting 160, with which I think it was a little bit less than this for the month of September, but I am just going to leave it at 160 for now. Next we have my phone bill. And for my phone bill, I am increasing this budget by $2 just because my bill for September ended up being a little bit more than usual. So it's going to be $117 for my phone bill. Next, a new category that is probably only going to be there for this month is for a bridal shower. Now, I have been talking about this for quite a while, but my sister is getting married and I am her maid of honor, so me and my mom are throwing her bridal shower, and it is going to be a tea party themed bridal shower. So me and my mom have decided to split the cost of this shower, and I have decided to contribute with $300. Now, aside from that, I also have to buy things for myself, like my dress for the bridal shower, things like my little tea party hat, and I do also want to buy bridal shower favors for the guests. So I am going to budget for that specific event $400. I do definitely want to overestimate, if anything, for this bridal shower instead of underestimate and then have an unbudgeted expense. So that is what I'm going to budget for that. And it honestly kind of all works out because this month I don't have to pay for my tuition, which so happy about that. Okay, next category I have for my variable expenses is going to be gifts. Now, if you guys would have seen my October monthly plan with me, then you guys know that I have quite a couple of birthdays this month, and I do want to buy my friends some gifts. So I've decided to budget $80 for gifts this month. Next category that I have here for my variable expenses, that is only going to be for this month, of course, is going to be for a Halloween costume. So put Halloween. This is going to be for my costume because my boyfriend is having a costume party. So I'm going to budget $100 for this, although I really don't think it's going to be this much. But once again, I would rather over budget than under budget. And that is pretty much it for my variable expenses, of course, with the inclusion of my unbudgeted category. Now, I don't budget anything from budgeted expenses, so I am going to leave this at 0. But I like to have this as a placeholder for any unbudgeted expenses that I may have during the month, because like I always mention, I do budget for the whole month in the beginning of it, and there are times I forget to add something to it, or I have just unexpected expenses that come after I've already made my budget, which is completely fine and it happens to everybody. So I do like to have that in there. Now I am just going to, there you go. Okay, so that is for my variable expenses, and now I'm going to move on to my fixed expenses. Now, my fixed expenses have decreased quite a bit just because of the amount of credit cards that I've been able to pay off since the beginning of January. As you guys know, I am on a debt-free journey towards becoming consumer debt-free. Hopefully it happens in the beginning of 2020, and then I can go ahead and move on to my student loans. So super happy that I've been able to pay as much as I've had. So the first card that I have here is my PayPal. So I am going to write here the minimum payments, which are fixed amounts. So PayPal for this month is $74. Then next, my last credit card will be Bank of America. And for Bank of America, I have to pay a minimum of $38. Next, I have Spotify, which I am still under the student discount here, so it's $4.99. Next is iTunes, which is for iCloud storage. This is only 99 cents. Next, I'm going to put Tithe in there, which is another sort of cash envelope for me because I do give cash. I just don't weekly check in for it. So that's why it is not in the variable expenses and it is in the fixed expenses, because it's just a set amount that I give per month and I don't, let's say, have to budget for it per se. So that is $100. Next, I have my sinking funds, which I have added a couple of new sinking funds, so make sure you stay tuned for the video after this one, which will be my sinking funds spread setup as well as me stuffing my sinking fund system. For sinking funds, I'm going to be putting in there $972, which is the most I've put in any of the past months that I've had them. So super excited for you guys to see what new ones I've added. So make sure to stay tuned for that. Next, fixed expense I have is student loans. And for this, I pay $130.77 each. And then last but not least, what I'm going to put in my fixed expenses, which I usually put in my variable expenses, is going to be my extra debt payment. Now, if you guys would have seen my debt snowball video for September, then you guys know that I have set goal amounts to pay towards my debt. So right now I am on a mission to pay off my Bank of America card. So I do like to put the minimum first, but then I also like to put my extra debt payment that I'm able to do every month. I usually put it right here, but I was thinking because, let's see. As you guys can see, my debt payoff plan says that for October, I have a goal of $650 to pay towards Bank of America. But now let's say that I end up selling my car this month and I have some income from there. If I were to put, instead of the $650 goal that I have, $1,000, then that would mean that I am over that budget by $350, which is really not true because that is just a goal that I have. So what I'm going to do as of now is bring that extra debt payment expense into my fixed expenses and not put any amount up until I am sure of the amount by the end of the month. And that is how I'm going to go about it, because I do plan on selling my car I think this month, and it just wouldn't make sense for me to be over it when I have that income coming in as well. So that is just what I'm going to be doing for my budget. Of course, you don't have to treat your budget the way that I do. Like I always mention, we're all different and I would suggest you do what works for you. So now I'm going to take another thin washi here to separate this section from my bottom section, which this will be my totals. So once I am done with my income and my expenses, I do like to have a total section where I put my income minus my variable and fixed expenses. So that's what I'll have right here. So first I will put income. And this is where I will put my expected and then my actuals at the end of the month. Then I'm going to put variable for variable expenses, and then fixed for fixed expenses, and then I have this. So let's go ahead and put this down so we can total up our expenses. And then last but not least, I will take this pattern square box and I'll put this right here, like so. And here I do like to put anything that's going to either my debt snowball for the next month or my savings, or both. So before I total everything up, I'm going to make my lines here. Okay, and then last but not least, down here. Okay, so my lines are all done, and let me go ahead and add up my variable expenses. So 150, 180, 195, 160, 117, 400, 80, and 100. So the total for my variable expenses is $1,382. And then my approximate fixed expenses total is going to be 74 plus 38 plus 499 plus 99 cents plus 100, 972, and 130.77. So this is what I have approximately. I'm not going to put it, like I mentioned, I do have to wait until I know how much I can put towards my debt this month. But what I can do is put my variable budgeted amount. So let's put 1,382. And then at the end of the month, I'll go ahead and put the actuals. And once I'm done, I'll probably put my incomes for both. So with that being said, that is pretty much it for how my monthly budget spread is going to look. Okay, just to make things a little cuter than this, I am going to put some of my deco. This is for my shop as well. I'm going to take a little stack of money and put it here in my income. And then I will put a little piggy bank down here, my little pattern box. And I think that definitely jazzes it up a little bit. Okay, so I think I could even do a little calculator. Will that be too much? I'll put it right here. There you go. Okay, so I think that's going to be it for decorating my budget spread for this month. I really hope you guys enjoyed it, and if you guys did, please don't forget to give it a huge thumbs up, as well as subscribe to my channel if you guys are not subscribed already. Once again, if you guys are interested in any of the stickers that you see here, I will leave a link for my Etsy shop down below for you guys to check out. I hope you guys are having an amazing start to your week, and hopefully I will get to see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.